Welcome, it's denome. In today's market update, we're going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin because we have been going sideways for almost half a month already. So I will touch on the price where I think it will go next. I will also talk about some of the recession risks that are involved with United States for 2024. We will talk about some big news that we got out of Turkey, and then I will touch on the rumors that we got out of China as well. And we're obviously going to take a look at the fundamentals of Bitcoin as well. So let's actually first talk about the recession risk. So here you can see the quarterly GDP or real GDP, and as you can see, we are seeing growth in Q2. So how you would get into a recession if you see a decline in GDP for 2 quarters in a row, and as you can see, that's basically impossible for 2024. So there's not going to be a recession in 2024, at least in the technical terms, but they always change the terms whenever it suits them. So I just don't think we will see a recession. We may see a market crash, but not a recession in 2024. So basically you can forget about recession in 2024. I think this is not exactly new news, but it is something that maybe people have overlooked. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. Next, when we take a look at the ETFs, basically nothing here, just the same amount of Bitcoin in the ETFs. The same thing for Ethereum, pretty much the same amount of 2.3% of the ETH supply is in the ETFs. So no buying, no selling, just holding pretty much, but going sideways in that sense. But let's now talk about the news that we got out of Turkey. So Turkish markets, they have actually now made some regulatory changes for the government, and that has now meant that exchanges like Coinbase, KuCoin, Gate.io have now applied to get a license to work inside Turkey. And this is obviously nice, but already before this, Turkey was the number 4 crypto market on the planet, higher than Germany, higher than Canada or Russia. So I don't think this will ultimately change anything because it is already big, and most people who want to trade with crypto are already trading with crypto. So this is a good piece of news, but I don't think this is a game changer. But it's still nice that we see more adoption for crypto. Next up, the rumor that we got out of China is that China is once again lifting Bitcoin ban according to Justin Sun. And this is a little bit silly because there's not really a Bitcoin ban to begin with in China at the moment. And also this is a little bit silly because Justin Sun is saying this. Why would Justin Sun say this right now? The reason is that he just launched the sunpump.meme Memecoin launching platform. And the main coin here is currently the SUNDOG. And this was a little bit insane. You can see from the launch here from 16th of August, basically in a few days, this rose up to 4,000% to the upside. And right now the SUNDOG is valued at roughly $70 million. So in my opinion, that is already way overvalued. So I don't think this is going to be $1 billion coin in any sense of the word. So anyway, this is a market now and there's a lot of activity on the Sunpump, but I would not touch the SUNDOG. Maybe there's some other ones that you want to touch. I have been holding some of the previous meme tokens from the Tron network ecosystem. So when this got launched, they went up 5x or 4x. So I was pretty happy about that. I got a little bit money from that. I didn't have a lot of capital in this, just a couple of thousand of dollars. So it was still a nice pump, but nothing game changing for me, but it's still nice. So anyway, the rumor here is pretty silly, to be honest. Next up, let's talk about the fundamentals of Bitcoin overall. So when we go and take a look at the Santiment tool, and this is a tool that you can also access to if you simply sign up here. There's a free account and a paid version as well, and you can basically look under the hood of Bitcoin. And the main thing to look at right now, in my opinion, is the total market cap of stable coins. So when we go into August 1st, you can see the total amount of market cap of the stable coins was $153 billion. And now when we take a look at the market cap of stable coins, we're almost looking at $158 billion. So that means that there has been an increase of $5 billion in the market cap of stablecoins. And that is obviously extremely good because it means that people want to transact through the blockchain. This is bullish for the markets, and it's also bullish for the use case of crypto overall and the adoption of crypto. So the higher this goes, the higher potential crypto has overall. So this is very, very nice to see that people want to transact through the blockchain. And some people, when they actually mint stablecoins, they actually just want to buy crypto with the stablecoins. So in that sense, it's also bullish for the markets. Very, very nice to see. We do see a small change in ownership of Bitcoin. So you can see a pump here in the blue line, which is $100 to $1,000 holder wallets. So those kind of whales have just increased in sizes. So this is very, very nice to see as well. And only pretty much the largest whales, 10,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin wallets or institutional wallets, those have shrank in numbers. So this is your US holdings, this is your like German holders, this is your Mt. Gox wallets. All of those kind of wallets have shrunk in numbers. So still seeing more accumulation pretty much overall. We're even seeing buying from retail investors, which is interesting to see as well. But overall, when we take a look at the dormant circulation, so old money is still not selling their Bitcoin. So old money is still expecting higher prices, which is quite nice to see. And typically, you can see like during this area here from April until May, it was roughly like 1 month and a half of just sideways movement for the price, and no old money was selling during this time. And because of that, we got this bullish momentum to the upside. And at the peak here, that's when old money decided to sell once again. So right now we are in that accumulation area where old money doesn't want to sell their Bitcoin, and that usually leads to a pump. It doesn't necessarily mean a pump, but fundamentally speaking, it should be pretty good. Then when we take a look at miners, you can see miners are accumulating Bitcoin once again. So the miner capitulation is pretty much over. So I don't think we can expect a lot of sell pressure from miners at this moment in time. Obviously, when the prices go up, then they will start selling once again. But this is kind of giving us a signal that maybe the bottom is in from at least miners. Miners don't want to sell at these prices. That's pretty good to see. So fundamentally speaking, Bitcoin is pretty much the same it has been throughout this whole time here. So no changes there. But what we do see is when we take a look at the chart here, currently on the daily chart, this is the RSI indicator. What you see here is that we are going above the 50 line on the RSI. And RSI is a momentum indicator. So when we cross over to 50 zone, that is usually a good sign, because here you can see when we went above the 50 RSI line, that is when we got a lot of bullish continuation of the trend. Same thing here. Once we flipped over the 50 line on the RSI, that's when we got the bullish continuation here. And the same thing pretty much here as well. This was basically the sign of another leg up on the whole bull market as a whole as well. So the 50 line is a very important key line here. So when you see a crossover in that, that could usually mean good things for the price. So overall, that is pretty nice. Even when we go to the 4-hour chart here, you can see that we were in this RSI kind of downtrend for a while, and we have broken out of it even on the 4-hour chart as well. So in my opinion, it looks like Bitcoin will have bullish momentum bullish continuation in the near term. So all in all, should be pretty good for the price. And then we also have this ascending trend line here on the price, and this is kind of giving us a potential, like even a breakout time frame. So you can see that this is pretty much ending by September 17th. So if we go below this trend line, then will expect lower prices. But now this is going to be the trend line that we're looking at to basically time our short-term buys in my leverage plays. So this is going to be an interesting area for the next month going into the future. But as of now, Bitcoin is just going sideways, but we are seeing these breakouts. So price could just explode. Then we might see, let me draw it for you guys. So we go like this, and then we go to the upside here. Maybe even touch this. I don't know if we go all the way, maybe even scare like this, and then we go to the upside. Who knows what will happen? And then we have the elections coming right about here on. This is actually in the wrong place. So November, what is it? 3rd, if I remember correctly. So let me draw that line roughly here. I know it's in the wrong place right now, but it is what it is. So we still have that. We could have one more pullback to the downside before the elections, but overall, this is the structure that we're currently looking at. So I'm bullish on the price. Why not? It makes a lot of sense. So that's basically my expectation in the short term. So that's my update for today. And the reason I didn't make an update yesterday was because I was building a trading bot for Bybit. And this is all the calculations that I did for my long bot. Then I was trying some settings for the short bot. And at some point, I will probably release these settings for you guys. But as of now, I'm just testing it out and seeing if I can get results for myself first. So that was basically my passion project for the weekend and from yesterday, and now the bot is running. So let's see. It already closed a few trades, so I've made 0.5% on my capital in one day so far. So far so good. Let's see how it continues. But anyway, that's it for the market update for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.